approximately 14 minutes late. Yes, yes, I'm definitely that. I apologize. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. I hope everything went well for you guys for the holidays. We're in a new year now. Actually, this month is almost over with. Today is the 22nd. No, the 21st. So we got approximately 10 days left in the month of January, you guys. Things are moving fast, 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 fast already. My birthday's around the corner. And hey, happy birthday to all the Aquariuses that started as of yesterday. So happy birthday to all you guys. We have a very adventurous month coming up. February is going to be the month for us, and we're going to show out, right? We are definitely going to show out. Let me think of what I want to do. As you know, this is our tree spread, and it actually has the oracles to go with it, which is awesome sauce. So I have to figure out what oracles do I want to use with this one. Let's see here. You guys, let me tell you something. Having all these cards, I have to figure out. Um, I'm going to have to figure out. Let's use these. I'm going to use the Sacred Soul cards, Sacred Soul Shadow cards for our oracles today. Let's see how that's going to work for us. Um, we'll see how this pans out for us. You guys, we're going to probably start doing some contests again, probably in March. I'm trying to figure out, can I handle that in all the things that we do? I'm going to definitely see if we can do that. Okay. Um, that's going to be wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I know you guys have been patiently waiting. And I also have another reading I do over on Black Queen's Reading. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping this month has started off great for you guys. You deserve it. Okay. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the show, or to the reading, that is. This is a general reading. I do this every Wednesday around 2 o'clock. I have been 14 minutes late today. But please forgive me. Um, that happens sometimes. Don't necessarily mean for it to happen, but it does. Like I said, along with this reading, we have oracle cards. So I'm going to use our Sacred Shadow oracles for today to go along with this. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first five cards, that is, we're going to be do the review. Okay, this is the review. Let me put this up. Okay, I've already done my Florida water. I've already blessed my cards, removed any bad energy by shuffling them. I did all of what I need to do. Maybe I need to do that. Start doing that. Get that in there, right? Um, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what our first oracle card tells us. Okay, our first oracle card says discernment. Okay, discernment. Don't run from difficult emotions. Sit with them and allow them to shift. Wow. Wow. All right. Okay. And remember, we're starting with the review. Okay. So let's see what our tarot card tells us. The one is High Priestess. The High Priestess. You know, when the High Priestess comes out, she's really trying to prepare you. Okay. She's um she's trying to prepare you for what's coming forward. She is a divine ruler, right? Um, her job is to keep the balance between the spiritual world, right, and the spiritual world. Okay, so whatever's going on in your physical world and what's going on in your spiritual world, she is the balance between that, right? Um, you have to also wants us actually to kind of look within. So this is a review we're doing. So it's telling you discernment kicks in, and for you to look in within for your answers, and also use your intuition. You guys definitely use your intuition. All right. Hello, everyone. Hi. How are you? Then we have the Ace of Wands comes out. So the Ace of Wands comes out. Excuse me. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still kind of getting over my little cold here. Again, it's talking about it's time for you to follow your instincts and your intuition. Okay. Discernment. This all connects because we talk about discernments. What is discernment majority of the time? It's paying attention to what's going on, right? So again, it's just doubling and it's confirming that that's what's important right now. Okay. And the review of whatever comes out of this, that's what it's telling you to do. It's good for you to use your discernment, your intuition, look within for the answers, okay? Look within for the answers. And then we have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords. So we talk about the 7 of Swords. I look at it as sometimes we're talking about choices, right? Being discerning about people who are coming into your life that are not good for you, right? Being able to recognize that using your intuition and using your after you've gone inside already. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. Um, so that's when you're going inside and paying attention to what needs to be done for you, and being able to make sure you're making those choices that are correct for you. Okay, so let's see what our next oracle card is going to tell us. Wow. Being the victim. Are you acting like you're the victim? Blaming external factors for your problems, be culpable for your actions. All of this is right on time. This is the review of this already. Wow. Man, that is deep. Stop being the victim. Stop being the victim. Wow. I love that. Okay, so let's see what your life force is telling us. So your life force is showing us the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords. We know that the 2 of Swords talks about protection, protecting ourselves, right? Protecting your life force, protecting things that make you who you are, right? Protecting your heart, your inner self, all right? And also paying attention to what's going on. Not only just protecting yourself, making sure you're very mindful of what's going on. Don't go through life. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 of Wands. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I'm thinking of the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Wands talks about looking at what you've already accomplished. You're thinking of planning ahead, the future, having the world in your hand. Nothing can stop you. Okay? Nothing can stop you. Wow. Okay. So our next one is the Magician. Oh my God. The Magician talks about manifesting, having all the resources in your hand to make everything that you want happen. Okay. Opening up doors for you, all opportunities. You can do this, right? Ah, I love that. Okay. So the next one on your life force is Judgment. Being able to handle judgment. Is someone judging you, right? Who's judging you? Is there somebody judging you, or are you judging someone? Okay. Understanding what that means. What does judging mean? Um, Looking for the truth, being assertive, right? Knowing what to look for. Okay. And this is all about your life force. Okay. What does your life force consist of? Okay. Um, and this is a time is to make decisions that are going to move you forward in your journey. Okay. As we know, we say this is the beginning of the year when actually the new year actually begins in March, right? When everything opens back up. Everything is closed right now, but we still excuse me, we still go along with the ideal that we say this is the new year. But that's fine. But in this process, we're looking at the ideal that we do have to make decisions that are going to um, either uplift us or put us down. Okay. Um, Putting everything together, everything you've learned in life, and actually using it. Okay. Okay. Um, Very much so something to think about, right? Okay, so the next one with our life force is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. Whew, I'm glad I'm almost over this. The Six of Wands. Excuse me. So the Six of Wands talks about what? Okay. The Six of Wands talks about victorious. I like the idea that she's standing there with her hands out, right? Her hands are spread out. She wants everybody to know, hey, I am victorious. I've got this. I've done it. You have the victory wreath, right? And the fire, ever growing fire, that torch that's ever burning, right? I'm victorious over everything, and I'm happy that I've been victorious over everything, right? All your life experiences. Okay? So let's talk about what's going on with your health. Okay? So it says here, look, roam free. Love your untamed and wild side. Follow your instincts and trust your inner voice. There we go. For your health. That's right. I definitely agree with that. With our health, being able to feel free that we're doing the right things when it comes to health. And that can be your mental, physical, or your emotional health. Okay? So feel that way. Love your untamed wild side, right? Awesome. I like that. And the next one is the Three of Pentacles when it comes to our health. The Three of Pentacles. That's listening to someone coming to you and telling you good things or teaching you good things about what's going on with your health, right? Again, mental, physical, emotional health, okay? All of that. And when I say emotional, physical, mental, I'm also talking about psychological health. And don't your physical in there too. Okay. So someone is teaching someone and someone's interested in learning more about how to take care of their health. Okay. Right. Okay. And so the next one is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles when it comes to our health. How do we see that? You know, how important it is for us to maintain our health. Is it an important thing to do? Some people might not think it's important, but it is. It's very important. Okay. And this is, and this is a signal of the beginning, knowing what you need to do, a new beginning on taking care of your health. Because, in the month of January, we always say, well, we're going to start biking, exercising, doing all these physical things, right? But in the process, we also need to look at our mental and emotional health that needs to be also conducive or to be included in this journey that we're on. Okay. And then the next one is Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups talks about choices. How many good choices are you going to make this year with your health? Do you drink a lot? Well, maybe you need to cut down back on your drinking. If you smoke a lot, maybe you need to cut back on your smoking. And that's only on your physical health, okay? And also probably has to do with a lot of mental health too, right? So it could be consist of both, right? Okay, so let's talk work. What's going on with your work ethics or what's going on in the work sector? Okay, materialism. Are you hooked up on materialistic things, relentlessly pursuing wealth and possessions and putting them above care for others? Could that be you when it comes to work, trying to always outclass or outdo somebody? Something to think about. Okay. And the next one is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. Somebody might need some rest. Maybe somebody's being overwhelmed, right? And you need some rest away from that. Time to yourself, okay? Overwork trying to keep up with what we call the Joneses, okay? Maybe now it's time to rest, okay? Someone needs that rest. Okay. And then you have a set of people in your life that's celebrating you, what you've done at work, what you've accomplished in your work, right? So they're there to be your support system and celebrate you. So don't take advantage of those people because they can disappear. Okay? Do not take advantage of those people. Okay? And then we have the net. The next card is the death card. The death card could mean not you dying from working so hard, but it could be also the ideal of you moving on to a different career, right? Death to this work, let me move on and do something different. Either way it goes, you have a support system and you have to move around with the materialism. If you're working yourself off to buy all these materialistic things that you can do nothing with at the end of the day, okay? Can't do anything with. Okay, well, you can do something while you're here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to still be around, okay? Or you're going to be around to enjoy it, all right? So next one is relationships. You have no boundaries. You have no boundaries in your relationships. Difficult to establish healthy respect. Take care to ensure your needs are met. So when we talk about relationships, because now we're talking relationships. So in our relationship, the first card came out was your boundaries. No boundaries. You have no boundaries. So the relationship is very straining because there's no boundaries. People say and do whatever they want, and you allow them to. Okay, you or someone you know, allow them to. Okay, and look, this is what it causes: Four of Cups, not caring, standoffish, attitude. Right? That's what happens when there's no boundaries. Sadness. You feel like you're not doing enough or they're doing too much and it's hurting you, or vice versa. Okay? So keep that in mind. The next card is the Chariot. Chariot talks about alignment in relationships, trying to get that alignment because right now with no boundaries, you're not getting that alignment in the relationship. Okay? So you deserve the boundaries. You deserve feeling better about the relationship. Okay, it doesn't necessarily always have to be a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Husband and wife relationship could be family relationship. Having those boundaries are very, very important. Okay, so the next card is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles comes in there straightforward, talking things that need to be talked about, looking at how things are working, how uh, having that emotional, intelligent understanding, the finances in the relationship. They're there to give you a good look at what's going on with your wealth, okay? How it's working out in the relationship, right? And also this person comes in to help you create a better relationship in the finances while you're together, okay? All right. So now let's talk money. Let's talk money. What's going on in the money department? We have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. So what is the Queen of Cups talking about? So when we look at the Queen of Cups, we're talking nurturing, okay? We're talking caring. She's the one who carries not the love for money, but the more you feel good about yourselves, the more great things happen to you or come to you. So she's there to make sure those things take place. She also is the one who kind of guides you in your money intuition, where your money should go, how you should spend it, and who you should spend it with. Okay? Wow. So now we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is coming out. So the Ten of Swords is definitely, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. The Ten of Swords tells us, right? It's also showing us death. Remember, we saw death here. So the Ten of Swords is showing us death here too, in the sense of walking away and doing better with our money situation. We have an opportunity to do better with our money situation. So that's what we're going to do. We're finding ways to make things better, and we're going to we're going to do away with our old habits when it comes to money. Okay? The Justice card, looking for truth and equality in our money. Let's find out where our money hole is. When I say money hole, or where our money is leaking from. and seek justice in it and fix it, right? Okay? Definitely a thing we need to do. Now, it says slower pace, slow down, appreciate the journey rather than just rushing towards the destination. Running to, okay, I'm going to do this. Take your time. Slow it down some. Okay? Slow it down some when it comes to your money, when it comes to making decisions with your money. So now let's talk about the home. We're talking about the home now. Okay, so we have the King of Swords coming out. The home is talking King of Swords. So when we look at the King of Swords, we're looking at authority. We're looking at sternness, putting boundaries in place, putting rules in place, right? Also, we're looking at the logical side of how we run our homes, okay? And this comes from experience and knowledge, how to, excuse me, how to run a home. So he's there to represent that for you, right? And here, excuse me. Excuse me, you guys. I'm sorry. The Eight of Pentacles. I think I swallowed in the wrong spot. So now we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out, right? So the Eight of Pentacles are showing us. I'm sorry. Whew. I need to bring my water in here. Okay. So I know now to bring my water. Because it seems like I'm not able to talk without that. So the Eight of Pentacles says that we need to master our home, okay? Not to be a master of our home, but master the things that are going on in our homes, right? Master how we run our homes. And like I said, you have the King of Swords in place, so he's there to make sure you can do those things, okay? He's there to help you. Okay, the Moon, dreams and illusions. Dreams and illusions of what you want your home to be like, or what it is now. Okay, bringing things to the light. Okay, bringing things from the darkness to the light. Some truths need to come out. Right. Okay. And then the oracle card that goes with this, somebody's insecure. Look at this. And it's talking about homes. Look at that. We're talking about homes, and look what shows up. Insecurity. Fear of not being good enough. Build confidence and love your uniqueness. So someone in the home is having, or the home itself is having that issue. Okay? Feeling insecure. And I think with everything in place, we have the King of Swords, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and now we have the Moon. With all those things being revealed like they're supposed to, I think the insecurity can go away. I definitely believe that. Okay, so the next one is spirits, okay? How our spirits are working here, right? So we have the Ace of Cups, okay? So the Ace of Cups is coming out. So the Ace of Cups gets us in the mode of understanding where we need to be when it comes to our spirit life, right? This is not about telling people you need to believe in this, you need to believe in that. This is just about how your relationship spiritually with yourself and with others. It also symbolizes a fresh start. So if there's a change in how you believe something, your belief system has changed, well, this is a representation, excuse me, of your belief system changing, right? And also keep in mind with your spirit, it deals with relationships. And again, that could be between you and your spirit and yourself, in other words. So you've opened yourself up to believe a certain thing about yourself, okay, on the spirit level. I hope I didn't confuse you with that. And then it's the Hermit. So the Hermit shows up mainly in your, because it's time for you to go within. And you got to remember, we talked about that earlier up here at the beginning, the review, talking about going within. Okay, that's what the Hermit card does. Allows you to go within and choose the wisdom that you've learned from the things that you've already had pass in your life, right? Your life experiences. Okay. Then we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is coming up. I like the male, all this male energy coming in here. It's needed. And so we look at it like this is the mature version that you need. Actually, whatever your belief system is, wherever your spirituality is, this is the maturity of it. Okay, this represents how mature you have become in your spirit life, knowing what's right, what's wrong, how you should be able to carry things inside, right? So the oracle card for that one is Facing Fears. Perfect. Facing Fears. I think that works perfectly. It's not about being fearless, but having the courage to progress despite them. Yes, that's right on time for that one. Okay, so the last one is life lessons. Life lessons. So let's see what our life lessons telling us. So it says here, shame and guilt. Someone feels some shame and guilt, and it's fine. Okay, I don't want anybody to feel like it's a bad thing to feel shame and guilt. It's all right. It says, feel them without judgment or self criticism. Yeah, mistakes do not define your worth. Yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love that. Okay, and then we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups comes out. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. The Five of Cups talks about walking away, right? Lessons showing you to walk away from some stuff in your life that's no longer useful to you. Okay, it's all right. Um, there's still opportunities out there. It's just this time for you to kind of walk away. Okay, it's nothing bad about that. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, finding balance. Okay, finding balance in your resources. Okay, and being flexible and being able to adapt to whatever happens. Okay? All right. And then we have the Two of Cups. Wow, we have a lot of twos here. Interesting. So we have the Two of Cups. Okay, the Two of Cups talks about agreements, balance, talks about coming together, harmony, right? Synchronicity comes out of that too. Those are the things that we need to look for in our life, okay? And that's a lesson that it is possible, right? And so the last one is manipulative, paying attention to who could be manipulative in your life, or could it be you? Using tactics and strategies to influence or control others for personal gain. So be careful with that, okay, when it comes to your relationships. When it comes to your life lessons, period, be careful because people either do it to you or you do it to others. And sometimes we do it so we do things and we don't even pay attention to us doing it. We're being manipulative. We're gaslighting. We're doing all these things that are not healthy for our growth. All right? So that is the end of our tree spread reading for you guys. I hope this very much so helped you. We definitely will be back next Wednesday, without a doubt. I'll try to be on time. Um, but I'm glad that we had I was able to do this reading in the process of everything else going on. You guys keep your head up, okay? No matter how you're feeling, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Get up every day like you're supposed to. Make your bed. Meditate. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself in a negative light. Okay? Definitely talk to yourself in a negative light. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us here on Queen Universal Readings. You guys have a great evening and bye-bye.